What's up, guys? So today I'm doing a real quick video. Someone requested it. Me putting my lip back on my car. I kind of took it off because I wanted to get a fresh look on it after like a year. So what I bought, as you can see here from Home Depot, is just its garage bottom door seal. That's the stuff. And as you can see, I'm holding my hand here. Some regular 3M double-sided outdoor tape, comes rolled up like that. I'm just putting it on in sections, just so it's a little easier to maintain when sticking it down, because you want to place the tape a lot closer to the back of it so it's not showing after you stick it on there. But this is about a 9-foot roll, so you want to make sure you're not getting too short so it can make it around the edge of the car here. Totally looks different without it on there. When it's on there, it looks so much better. But yeah, and if you've ever had damage on your bumper, which I actually do, that was when I got the car, you could see it's cracked there. When you put one of these lips on there, it really kind of solidifies it and comes back together. As you can see, you really can't see it now anyway, but underneath you can see the patch, the little zip tie patch that he tied it together with. So previous owner, this car's got a lot of overhang. Actually a really cool thing to do by putting some kind of a lip, whether it be something like this, inexpensive, or a real lip. Both ways really help with protecting your bumper a little bit more from cracks, because it'll be one solidified piece going across it. So I'm gonna pause it here. I'm gonna put the rest of my tape on. As you can see, I'm doing it about maybe 5-inch strips with a little 1/4 inch between it, and I'm gonna do that all the way across down to both sides. I do have more tape than this. I bought a little 2 packs, but yeah. So I'll start this back up when I'm starting to put it up. Okay, so I've got this thing fully taped off. You could see it will definitely, as I start from here, I'm going to start center and go around the car. This will be enough tape to get around the edge on both sides. Probably a little bit more than I needed, to be honest, but I just wanted to be safe. And it got plenty extra roll on both sides. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from the center here and work my way outward as I peel off piece by piece and then apply it. Piece by piece and apply. It's kind of hard to do this and film at the same time, but you could see what it looks like now without the lip, and then you'll be able to see what it looks like when I'm done putting it on with the lip. I'll try my best to show me in the process of doing it, but for an inexpensive result, it's totally worth it. This thing lasted a year and it still wasn't falling off. It just looked a bit tattered a little bit, which any lip is going to look tattered. This is just a very easy way of replacing it. So yeah, let me put this on and I'll try and tape as I'm doing it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from the center and work my way outward. Just got my little knife. Sometimes, it's tough to get under the edges of this tape. It can be pretty difficult to catch an edge, to peel it off. And you don't want to be peeling off the tape itself. I already stuck it on and I made sure to apply it on really well. But the tape is strong, so you don't want to just get an edge and pull it off here. I'll probably pull off this one too. It's also a really nice day out today. So I'd say if you're going to do something like this, you want to make sure you're doing it with a decently high temperature, maybe 65 degrees and up, because you won't get a good adhesive. I've already taken the old one off. Super easy to get off. Once these are on there, you think that maybe the glue on the tape would be really tough to remove. It took me 10 minutes of kind of just doing this and pulling it off piece by piece as I went around the car. So it wasn't hard at all. You don't need some glue adhesive remover. Just use your little bit of strength of your fingers, get under there and just pull it right off and it comes right back off. Let me do this side too, just because. Okay. Got ants out here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to line this up with the edge of the car. That looks about good there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to work my way around. While working my way around, you want to keep it so the edge is perfect. So you'll see here, You'll see I've got it where the edge meets it right there perfectly. This is the edge. You don't want to show too much tape, so you want to get the tape behind it. But if you do that, it'll start looking real good as it comes along. You want to pull on it a little bit for a little stretch to make sure the lip kind of comes out a little bit. You don't want to squish it together and get like a squish look. You want to stretch it so it's tight. You want that lip to look really tight. So I've got that section on right now. I'm going to come this way and finish up this section. Okay. So the center is now up. Push on it just to make sure you've got a good adhesion between the bumper and the tape. Now this tape is outdoor tape, so it really does a good job of sticking well. Now what you want to do is, as you're working your way around the rest of the car, just peel off the rest of the tape as you're going. So now that I'm doing this one here, it's also a good thing to do if you don't want to have to drill into your bumper or do anything like that. Even though for the most part it's hidden, it's just a little bit more of a creative project than something, and it doesn't take longer than, I'll be done with this in about a half hour. That's all it takes, about a half hour. So I'm going to start sticking it on here, like that. Now this part, you want to ride with the curve of the bumper. You want to ride with the curve. So I've now got it there. I'm going to start curving it around the edge of the bumper here. The great thing about this tape is it will curve with you. At this point, you want to actually squish it inward to get around this bend. You squish it inward there, it pops the bumper out slightly. So what I did here on this part is I came across, when I got to this point, I started squishing it in. What that does is it makes this pop out a little bit. So you want to squish it inward. When you're going around this curve, you want to more squish it in. Here, you could pull tight. Here, in this area, because you're going around a curve and you don't want this to be like this. That's what's going to happen. It'll go in if you don't push it together. Okay, you could already see it coming along here. And you could see how it looks on the edge. Already looks so much better. Now what I'm going to do on this side is I'm going to cut it. Got my little scissor there. I'm going to cut it. And then it's going to look real clean. I'm going to do up this side. This side you might be able to see a little bit better. But check it out on this side how I'm doing this. I'm just going to take every piece off here. It's a little easier just to remove it all. Okay, that should be enough here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep pulling on this section. I'm kind of putting some pull this direction just so that the center here is stretched real nice. And once you put this one down, now around this curve here, still stretch this a little bit here. I'm going to stretch this, and this is where I'm going to start curving inward, right here. And the good thing about this tape is it allows you to do multiple sticks. You can take it off and kind of fix it up and get it back on again if you want. Yep, almost done. Coming around the edge here. Coming around the edge. Okay. And then at this point, when you're on the edge at this point, you're going to start just going straight. You can go a little harder now, because now you're back on a straight section. You can pull on it a little bit. You can get it a little bit tight. I got one more piece I got to cut off here. Wow, that's perfect. It's just enough I did. Just enough. Just enough, okay. We're good. Okay, I'm just gonna come back here, go along this, squeeze it on good. Okay. You're gonna cut it here. I always say, don't cut it perfectly straight with this, because if you put the scissor down and cut straight this way, what's gonna happen is it's gonna pull this way when you get off. So it's gonna come down and then it's gonna look kind of like this off to the side. You don't want that. So what you wanna do is kind of cut it a little bit more angled this way at the end, straight and then that way. So what I'm gonna do, that you're gonna see, is I'm gonna cut it like right here, probably at about this angle, like so. Okay, and then after I get to this point here, if I can get a good cut, I'm gonna go straight like that. Okay, so now you can see it's a little angled off, so I could probably just do some corrections here. I'm probably just gonna snip this, and boom, there you go, you're clear. Pull off the excess, and you're good on that area. Okay guys, so the job is done. Didn't take me more than, I think I started at probably about 145, 140. So 30 minutes about, like I said, 30 minutes, and it's on. Okay, so in conclusion, as you can see, it's on the bumper now. Looks a lot better than before. Way better. Adds a totally different dynamic to the front end of the car. A lip makes this car look so much better. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. Looks good. Looks really good from all angles. I can't complain. And you could choose to do this around your entire car. I did it on the bottom here. It simulates the look of a lower car, also without having your car lowered. My car's not lowered, but boy, I like the way it looks with this. It seems like it misses it now. This car looks so much better with a clean lip. Whether you go and get a real one or do it this alternative way, it's super easy. I'm sure a real one's pretty easy to put on too. Basic tools, drill into the bumper, pop the inserts in, they'll stay on. Plus, of course, it's molded perfectly to the car, so you don't have to do everything I did here. But this is so easy. If you can put tape on something and line it up with the edge of the car, you got this job. It's so easy. And the tape sticks so well. This tape lasts forever. It's meant for outdoors. So as long as you get it on there, you're gonna get dirt, but it's not gonna get under the adhesive. So it's simple as that. Around the whole car here, looks really clean. Definitely adds that effect, protects the underside of the car a little bit in the front from any major cracks, because it'll hit the soft foam more than the bumper. And of course, a real hit is gonna still damage the bumper, but for debris and stuff, yeah, it'll help it. And again, I got a crack on my bumper. I know these Subarus, a lot of them kind of are prone to, getting some cracks, because the front overhang over the front wheels is a lot. You got a good 2 feet, it seems like, right here between the back and the front. So going over dips downward, the front of the car will hit before the tires to line you up. So you want to make sure you do have some kind of protection. This kind of might help with that, protecting if you do have a crack from anything further, and just looking good. So I hope this video helps you guys see how I did this. I know some people requested to know how I did it. There's some videos on YouTube, but decided I'd do one myself. Thanks guys for watching. I'll see you guys later.